Hello, I'm Marla Maples. I think most of us would agree. If you're a parent, one of the most shocking things your doctor can say to you is, "I'm sorry, you have cancer." Suddenly, all your plans for the future are in turmoil. But what about your children? Nothing is more terrifying for them than the thought of losing their mom or dad. And whether or not they express their thoughts, most often they're thinking, what's going to happen to me? Will I catch the cancer? And even, is it my fault you got cancer? Fortunately, there is an organization whose mission is to help children cope when a parent or a grandparent has cancer, and that is the Children's Treehouse Foundation. Its unique approach is to work with cancer centers across the country to help them launch a children's group support program at their hospital called CLIMB. CLIMB is an acronym for Children's Lives Include Moments of Bravery. I'd like to share with you some of the wonderful stories about CLIMB.
My husband and I really wanted to find a support group to help the kids as we went through the process of dealing with cancer. And at the time we couldn't find any because people told us that they were too young to process what was going on. But we could see them processing every day. We knew they were scared. We knew that they heard us talking on the phone. And finally we saw an announcement for the CLIMB program.
It was designed basically to provide an outlet for young children. I think it was between ages 1 and 6 for that particular pilot study, to express some of their thoughts on paper and drawings, and to come firsthand to the cancer center, to be taken on tours and sort of understand or at least see the environment that their parent was being treated. It was very popular with parents, and we've since then continued this as part of routine.
So I coordinate CLIMB, and CLIMB stands for Children's Lives Include Moments of Bravery. It is a 6-week support group for children and families where a parent or primary caregiver is dealing with a cancer diagnosis.
We start out the meeting initially with the families together, enjoying a meal together, but we break up so that the children do their focused activities and the adults have an opportunity to raise their parenting concerns.
Well, hi, I want to welcome you to CLIMB. And I'm so happy to meet you. My name's Gail, and I'm the art therapist. And that means we're going to draw pictures today. Okay. What's your name?
I'm Caitlin.
Caitlin, and your name is?
Eddie.
Eddie.
So we're doing two things. One is right now we're trying to train the trainers, and we're trying to train the people who could generally set up a program at their institution. And there's been a lot of interest in that.
I think I might want to start over.
Oh, well, certainly you can start over. Sometimes the first drawing is for practice.
Yeah.
Then we can.
I think the Children's Treehouse Foundation is doing a valuable thing, and it's pretty unique. There are not many or any other national groups that are trying to deal with this particular issue of survivorship. There are many things that are dealing with the patient, him or herself, certainly, and a little bit in terms of the caregiver, but very little in terms of the kids.
Wow, Caitlin, can you tell me about your mad and angry face that you're drawing?
It's where somebody's so mad that they actually blow smoke out of their ears.
Yeah, I've seen that, like in cartoons. Do you ever feel that way sometimes? Like, oh, I'm so mad, I wish it could come out somehow. So, it could make smoke, yeah.
And it was just a very good experience for us. We were so happy that we found the kind of help and that we could get people who knew what was going on and knew about children to talk to our kids and to work with them and help them deal with what was going on.
I went from being diagnosed to going right to the hospital. I didn't have a chance to talk to the kids, much less say goodbye to them. And then I didn't see them for 35 days.
The goal of our program is to provide a safe environment in which kids can learn about cancer ask their questions, and to know that they're not alone.
I didn't really know what the cancer was, and they really explained it and how it spread into the body and stuff.
A lot of parents don't know how to communicate to their kids. They ask me all the time, what should I say to Joey, who's 8? When do I tell them? And sometimes it's the actual process of telling can be the trigger point when a patient decides what to do with treatment. Usually mom can cope much better. And so they snap out of depression better if their children are secure. And security is usually a function of knowledge. Post-therapies, post-session evaluations suggested that at least the parents felt this was really valuable. But we do know that just this socialization aspect of bringing together kids whose parents have cancer, for example, can really help support them. And they're no longer isolated. It's no longer just happening to them. They have this much more broad base to find out how other people cope. Program Climb is a small thing, but it's sort of like that little seed that you plant.
Sure.
And before that we didn't have any program at the university. Now we do, and people are excited about it, and so they're trying to think of ways how to expand it.
And here's how you can learn more about the Children's Treehouse Foundation and Climb.